Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the OCNJ Local, your podcast for everything happening here in America's greatest family resort. We're your hosts, Dominic Dougherty and Drew Fasy.
And we are your local guys.
You know, I was just thinking as I was doing the intro, man, this is like the 5th or 6th week in a row that we've done a podcast, and I totally messed up the intro. I think the extended music play is what threw me off. It's not even selected to loop. I don't know.
Yeah, that was looping on you.
It was. I don't know. So I apologize for that. To all of our avid listeners out there, I'm sorry. I'll get it right eventually. Maybe we're on episode 49. Maybe by episode 4099, I'll get it right. But anyway, joining us today, we have a very special guest. Sticking with the Boardwalk amusement theme, we have Christine Palma. Did I say that correctly?
Yep.
Awesome. General Manager of the OC Waterpark. Christine, thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Thanks for being here, Christine. Christine, tell us a little about yourself. Where did you grow up and where did you go to school?
So I grew up in Ewing Township, which I find more people in South Jersey know where that is more than North Jersey, but just outside of Trenton. I went to Ewing High School, went to Rowan University for college, and somehow ended up in this area by the time I got down here. I was a business management degree in college, and I started in Six Flags back in 1995. So this is my 30th year in the industry and 25th year in the water park specifically. So I've been doing it for quite some time. It doesn't feel like that long sometimes, but it's been a while.
And how long have you been with the OC Waterpark?
So this is the beginning of my 5th year here. So I'm becoming a local, I think. I don't know when you cross that divide, but I'm hoping that we're getting close.
If you went back to one of our first few episodes, you would find out. We did an episode on that.
And that's even just our humble opinion. And we're just locals. We're not even natives. The native requirement to be a local is much
I'll never get there.
More strict than ours. I don't think either Drew and I will either.
Yeah, I don't think you're even a local yet, Christine. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't live here yet, so it's okay. It'll take some time. We'll get there. I'm working towards it, and we're every step in the right direction.
As long as you're not an Airbnb, or you're okay with Dom.
That's true. That is definitely
true. Nope, I'm not.
So a lot of exciting stuff going on at the water park. So you've been there for 5 years, and there's been some changes to the actual park itself in the last 5 years, right?
Yeah, if you've noticed, we've refinished all the slides. There's some color now on some of them. You'll see them. We're polishing them up again this year because it does tend to fade. But we did put new finishes on them. We're doing a lot of theming inside the park, a lot of paint. I like to pick paint colors and send the guys out to go repaint things in fun colors. Because prior it didn't seem to have as much color. So we're adding a lot of bamboo, a lot of theming, a lot of rock work, a lot of flowers, just to make it feel a little more homey and to make it feel like other water parks you've been to.
And the concessions stayed changed?
They do. So right now we're lucky enough to we have Buddy's Barbecue on the corner. They also have a place where Augie's used to be on 9th Street. So they'll be opening up, I think, a breakfast buffet and barbecue there. They're phenomenal. We have Quincy's, and we have the best pretzels on the boardwalk. Ben's Pretzels. If you haven't had one yet, stop by. We'll let you try one. You can do a little taste test. It's an Amish pretzel. It's an amazing new pretzel. It's not a Philly pretzel. I know. If you're not getting them out of a paper bag on the streets of Philly, it's just not the same. I grew up with them too. But it's a really good pretzel. So I would encourage you to stop by. But we have Quincy's and we have Ben's and we have barbecue. So we have a lot of stuff going on there.
Good.
Awesome. So how many slides are in the park?
Actual slides, there are 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 11 if you include the little ones.
So let's expand that question. How many different features, including the slides?
So there's 3 major slide towers. There's 2 body slides and the tube slide. And there's also the lazy river. You've got an activity pool, which is just a pool. You've got the pirate ship in the back for the kids, which is where all the kids hang out all day long. And just last year, we added a small spray pad down in the back corner. So for the little kids, you can hang out at the spray pad. So
Awesome.
There's a lot to do. Plus, we have the golf right next door. That's part of our thing too. So if you buy an all-day ticket, and you also get golf included in that, so you can also golf at the end of your day, and you have all night to do that. So
no kidding.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's really awesome. So you can
Yeah.
kind of get 2 for 1. You get the water park, and you get golf. That's a great deal.
Yeah, you hang out. You can go home when we close, go get dinner, hang out for a little bit, and then come back. During the summer, the golf is usually open until about 9 o'clock.
Cool.
I was going to ask, so what are your hours during the summer?
So typical hours during the summer, we're open 9:30 to 5:30. This year we're going to add, because everyone keeps asking for night slides. Everyone's like, they used to do night slides. We want to do night slides. So this year we're adding some night slides on Friday nights in July that also include foam parties. So if you got little ones, if you've got kids, we're going to try this whole foam party thing out. We're going to have a DJ, we'll have food, we'll have the slides open, we'll have foam. It should be a fun time at the water park on Friday nights. Sorry in advance to the neighbors.
Man.
So for the folks who rent Saturday to Saturday, that's a great way to end the week.
It is. And one of the best kept secrets is don't come on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's when we're busy. If you can come on Saturdays and Sundays and Monday mornings, because the changeover and the weekends and everything that's going on, by the time Wednesday hits, everyone's like, oh, what else can we do in town? We're tired of the beach. They start coming to the water park. But our best kept secret is come on the weekends. Everyone kind of like, oh, we want to avoid on the weekends, but that's not true at all. Come on Saturday mornings, you'll have the place to yourself. And if there's a cloud in the sky, come on down, because then you're going to have the whole park to yourself. So
that's a great tip. And that makes sense. I mean, if you're renting Saturday to Saturday, like so many guests do, you're not going to the water park the day you arrive, and certainly not going the day that you're leaving.
And I mean, you can come for twilight, you can come in the afternoon, you can do the beach and the water park the same day. There's nothing that says you can't come in at 12 o'clock and get a 3-hour ticket. There's so many different options. And I think we're kind of forgot about down here. I don't know. I talk to too many people who don't know we even exist in town. And it kind of like boggles my mind constantly.
Yeah. That's
what are the different options for tickets for families who are looking to come down? Like you said you could do the beach and the water park in one day. That's a lot. Yeah.
I mean, we have a 3-hour pass that we're pushing hard this year. You can get the all-day pass. You can get a season pass. So if you get a season pass right now, I think the site's still up. I don't know when this is going to air, but the sale might still be up. You can get for $169. You can come every afternoon for an hour or two with your kids all summer long and just come and hang out. If you're anywhere on the north end, 8th, 9th Street, I know those beaches are pretty busy in the summer. You can come. There's a group of kids that comes every afternoon after spending the day on the beach. We know who they are. We say hi to them. The kids know them. So it becomes this place where people meet and hang out, not to mention birthday parties and groups and everything else that we do. But usually there's a 3-hour, there's all day and a season pass.
That's a great deal. $169 for a season pass. I mean, if you went
right now, it's usually $199, but I think if you can, I don't know when this is going to air, but you can probably still pick it up, and it's amazing deal.
Even at $199, that's a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, even at $199, if you went 10 times during the course of the season, that's $20.
Yeah, I mean, when you start playing with the prices on a per hour basis, you spend 8 hours in the water park and you spend, full price on the ticket. It really comes down to less than $10 an hour. And I don't know of many other things in anywhere in this whole South Jersey area that you can do for less than $10 an hour. So it's a great deal, and it's safe and it's clean and it's wonderful. And I could rave about it all day long. But just water parks in general are awesome. I'm a little bit partial.
So Christine, when does the park open for the season?
So we got pushed back a little bit because of all the snow days that are affecting the kids and pushing the school years back. And we rely heavily on high school kids. So it looks like we're working on that, third week in June, that 18th, 19th, 20th week. Definitely the following week and weekends prior to that. So we'll open on weekends in the beginning of June. But our high school kids, no, we'll start June. I think it's 10th. I don't have the calendar in front of me. It's like the first or second weekend in June. Okay. Memorial Day is typically a little bit chilly and it's a little bit cool. And as much as everybody wants it to be open, it never, I mean, in 25 years, I don't think we've ever had a water park Memorial Day.
Right. Right. I totally agree.
4th of July is really our start off. Like we really get ranking. We go, you know, our Super Bowl is 4th of July weekend, right? And that's typically the first or second weekend we're open. So it really, we hit the ground running hard with our new employees. So it's a lot of fun.
Now, how many employees do you have, particularly how many lifeguards? Because, you know, you mentioned safety and fun. That goes hand in hand, especially in a water park.
So all total, we have around 150,
wow.
Most of which are under 18. We have a group between 18 and 20-ish, but most of them are under 21. Lifeguards, we're looking at about 75 to 80 of them. We train them through a special program that just works at our park. So we bring in kids that aren't previously trained, as long as they can swim and they know it and they have the interest to be a lifeguard. We train them, we pay them for the training. We actually just had our first lifeguard class last weekend. We utilize the pool in the rec center. We have a great relationship with them. It's a beautiful facility. And we get them in and we're starting to train them now. So we've got our first class trained and we'll have about 75 trained by the time we open in June.
Wow.
So, wow, that's a lot of employees. I had no idea.
I mean, there's like 120 on the beach patrol, and that spans the whole island. Probably more like 150, but still, you're a 1-block facility and you have half as many guards. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's, you know, safety it's a different kind of lifeguarding. If I could be a beach guard, I would be a beach guard. I don't have it in me to do that, and I worship the ground they walk on. But the water park is a slightly different thing. So we also have the dispatchers, and they're all lifeguards. So we have top and bottom of every slide. Some slides have 2 at the bottom just because of the nature of the slide. I don't know if you've been there, if you've been to the water park, but one of our slides is 10.5 feet deep. And we typically have 1 or 2 lifeguards on there, depending on how often we're dispatching the slide and what's going on at the top. And the lazy river, every lifeguard can see the next lifeguard. So all of their zones overlap. They all can watch each other. Everyone's looking out for each other. And in the kiddie structure alone, I think we've got 4 kids in there watching those toddlers running around, telling them to stop running all day long.
Right. Are you fully staffed?
We are pretty darn close. We are having trouble. We're good. We're pretty good with lifeguards. We could use a couple more. We're still kind of taking applications. Our 14 and 15-year-olds, we've been full since February. I would hire every one of them if I could. They're amazing, but we're pretty full. Foods, we're always looking for cooks. We're looking for like cleaning maintenance people who know how to fix things or clean or run a power washer is always helpful.
True.
I don't know.
There you go, man.
You got that wrong, Dom.
True. You use that for...
There are many a night when my husband and I will be cleaning bathrooms at the end of a long day. So it's tough, but it's, you know, you got to do what you got to do. They got to stay clean, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's good to know.
Do you have any events going on that you want to talk about?
We do. So I talked about Foam Fridays. We have the world's largest swimming lesson. So May is Water Safety Month. The world's largest swimming lesson is an event. We did it for the first time last year. It's a free event. You register for it. It's at the water park on June 27th. And it's a world record attempt across the entire country. So you're looking at 6 continents, over 40,000 people who participate in this event that's hosted by the World Water Park Association. We all get in the water, we do a swim lesson, and it promotes the idea that swim lessons save lives. So if you can get kids in swim lessons and if you can get them to self-save, they're going to be less likely to drown. Swim lessons are super important. Tying into that, we also have a bathing suit drive that we're doing. Back in 2018, my sister and I, my sister runs Homefront in Mercer County, which helps break the cycle of poverty and homelessness. And we were trying to figure out what a water park manager could do to help her organization. What could we do to reach out? And we decided that getting bathing suits to the kids so that they could get swim lessons or for summer camps that they're hosting or any of these other things will help drive less learning to swim. So we started that in 2018. And last year, with the help of Judith Josephs and the NJRPA and the World Waterpark Association and a ton of other groups in New Jersey, the New Jersey Drowning Prevention, we raised thousands of bathing suits and distributed them all over the state.
That's awesome.
So we'll have an event. You can bring your bathing suit. You'll get a discount from the water park. You'll get to be a part of that. We also collect goggles because that helps too. We talked about the foam. We're going to have mermaid tail swim lessons. So we're going to have a mermaid in the park. You're going to get to put a tail on and learn to swim with the mermaid tail. It'll be after hours in July. So we're looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun.
Buddy.
We should do it together, Drew. We should do it together.
We could do like an on location recording with you guys swimming in tails.
That would be awesome.
So that event is June 27th.
The world's largest swimming lesson is June 27th. You'll have to pre-register. We'll have it up on our site as soon as it's ready to go. I was actually working on it yesterday. As soon as we get the registration set up, you can start registering for it, and you just show up and you'll be able to stay in the park the rest of the day. We'll open late that day, obviously, but we're going to have a lot of local agencies, fire, police, beach patrol, all at the park too, promoting this idea of water safety, because we're a team when it comes to trying to prevent this. When it's the leading cause of unintentional death between kids between 1 and 4 is drowning. And it's the third leading cause in kids from 5 to 12 or something like that. So it's a serious problem. And New Jersey, we're part of the New Jersey Drowning Prevention, New Jersey Parks and Rec Association. And we're actively working with other agencies to get that message out and make sure that OC Waterpark and Ocean City and the groups in it are contributing to that on a state level. So that's
good stuff.
That's important. Awesome. We're really involved with the country, with water parks. I have a ton of friends that work in different water parks. The water park industry is tight, and we like to work together in doing some of these things to prevent drowning. Something we can do.
Yeah, no, that's great. And then with the bathing suit drive, where and when can people come and drop off bathing suits? That's really awesome. I spent some time teaching in some of the local urban areas, Pleasantville, Atlantic City, in there, and I was surprised at how many kids, living miles from the beach, had never been to the beach, and very, very few of them could swim. And that goes all over South Jersey. So when and where can we drop off those bathing suits to help out that great cause?
So that'll be mid-July. I think it starts around July 14th. You can drop them off at the water park. We'll send reminders out, and we'll have social media and signs up and stuff. They like new bathing suits for obvious reasons. Part of the reason they can't get bathing suits is because you won't find them.
No cargo shorts. All right.
You won't find a bathing suit at your local Goodwill for obvious reasons. It's not, people don't like it. So find a good sale on bathing suits, bring them up. The more we collect, the more we do, and then we'll bring them up to Central Jersey and we'll start distributing them, and we'll distribute them all through. Some will go to Homefront, they'll go to Camden, they'll go to Pleasantville, they go to, there's swim clubs all over the place that work with underprivileged kids who we're working to get them swim lessons. The government is we're working to get grants to get swim lessons to kids that wouldn't normally have access to them. So the more kids we can get to swim, the less problems we'll have down the road. So that's
good stuff.
Important.
That's awesome. Wow. Lots of cool stuff happening in the water park.
Water park.
What else do you have? Any other events going on?
We do have Christmas in July coming. That's just we're just going to have fun Christmas stuff. We have a pirate party. Our mascot, Little Buck, if you remember him, he's getting completely revamped. He's got a new style. He's going to have like Hawaiian shirt. He's donning the pirate theme he's going to get rid of his pirate hat and he's going to don a Hawaiian shirt, but we're going to have a big birthday party for him in the end of July. And we're inviting anybody in town who's got a mascot if we haven't already contacted you, reach out, come on down. We want everybody we can. And we're going to probably march them up and down the boardwalk, and we'll march them around the water park. And we're just gonna have a good time with all the mascots and have a big birthday party.
We need a mascot, Dom. Have Corinne come up with something. And
I thought you were the mascot, Drew.
Would get in that costume.
You can dress up as anything you want. Just come down and join the party.
That sounds fun. That sounds fun. I'm very interested in these foam parties. I think my kids would like that. What are the all ages foam party or
anybody? We bought the foam cannon over the winter. We go to a lot of conferences, and we tried it out on our front lawn. And all the neighborhood kids would not leave my front lawn for the 3 or 4 hours that we were testing it out. So it was a huge hit. We'll probably do something in an area for smaller kids so they don't get lost in the foam, because it does get pretty crazy. And then the bigger kids tend to run around. So we'll probably split them. But it's going to be a learning experience from the beginning. But we've already got DJs lined up. We've got face painters. We've got all kinds of stuff coming. In June, there's a schools out party we're having. That's, again, going to be like, if you bring your report card, you're going to get a discount or a free ticket, depending on what it is. You know, we haven't worked out all the details yet, but that'll be in that probably July, that end of July week too. So if you've got your report cards and you've got kids, you can come, and we're trying to do stuff more local to get local families to come in and, you know, reach out to the north, reach out to the south end that seems so far away that we want them to come up to and enjoy it. So.
Awesome. And you guys have parking right there, right? So it's talking about people coming from the south end. You do have that lot right behind you.
The lot right behind us isn't as accessible as it's been in prior years, but the lot on 8th Street, the big lot behind the new police station, that's ours. And that parking is always going to be cheaper than whatever the town has. Fun fact. Secret tip. Come to 8th Street for parking.
It is.
So, and it's never full. It doesn't seem to get full a whole lot. 8th Street, hopefully now with the new signage and all the new parking stuff they're doing in town, which I'm 100% for. I think it's a great program. It will drive more towards us. But 8th Street is a great place to park, and you can go right through the fence and cut across. You don't have to go all the way around the block. We have a little walkway that you can walk straight through.
That parking lot is a great place to park. I mean, it puts you in the heart.
Puts you right at the Music Pier. You come right up, and you're right at the Music Pier. You're right on 8th Street, 9th Street there. So it works.
And it's awesome. Safe with the new police station.
Yeah, it's safest place. It's second safest place in town, right?
Right.
Yeah, right behind the water park.
They're building cars like crazy over there. That's going to be up quick. That's
they are. They're moving right along with that building.
Yeah, we watch it every day as the construction continues. It's going to be a nice building.
Nice. Yeah. Well, wow. It sounds like, you know, for the footprint you have on the boardwalk, there's no shortage of things that you're doing. You know, between the foam parties. I'm sorry. My kids are son is definitely going to want to go to this foam party.
Yeah. No
yeah. Foam parties, you know, the bathing suit drives, the world's largest swim lesson. That sounds like a super cool event. Bringing everybody together. You guys got a lot going on. We'll probably have to have you back on here again, you know, sometime in July, probably after your Super Bowl, after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Like, give me 4th of July.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that we're just trying to be good citizens, right? We're trying to be an active part of the community. We're trying to, you know, keep people coming down to our end of the boardwalk, and to keep, you know, our message is that there is a ton of things to do in Ocean City. We may have lost a few things, but there is still so much to do. And I think we need to focus on that positive aspect. We've got the water park. We've got the amusement pier. We've got how many miniature golf courses in Ocean City? Holy crap. Sorry. Holy cow.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
And then we've got, you know, escape rooms and Wibbits and stuff on the bay. And we've got this new thing that's being built on the bay. There's just so much to do. And I think we really, as a town, need to start focusing on what there is to do in town. And that's kind of like my soapbox this year.
Well, yeah. I can tell you, I can speak for Dom and I that we agree with you 100% that Ocean City is an awesome place. And the conversation absolutely should be positive, because it is a positive place and there's so much to do. And the people are great.
So Christine,
I tell people the first time I walked on the boardwalk when I first got here, and I didn't know much about Ocean City. I hadn't really been here a whole lot. And I walked down the boardwalk, just kind of check out and see what was going on. And within 10 minutes into my trip, I was having a full-on conversation with some complete stranger. And that's just Ocean City, right? That's what it is. It's these wonderful, friendly family. It's unique and it's different. And I came from the complete opposite. I still enjoy the opposite. It's a lot of fun. But this is like, I tease, I'm like, oh, is this the Disney of Jersey Shore beaches? It just might be, when in comparison, it's its own little thing,
Yeah.
And we're just trying to be a good citizen, and we're trying to be a part of the community. So if there's anything going on that we can be a part of, that we can, get out there with, we're here for it.
Awesome.
And so, getting back to the cost, I can't get over it. If you're a local, or if you're a seasonal resident and you have kids, that might be the best deal in town.
It is. I've done the math. Start adding up. Look, I'm not going to down everybody else. And when you start adding up tickets and you start adding up different things to do, and we are the best deal in town. And you can hang out all day. We've got cabanas. We've got food service in the park. We've got all kinds of stuff. You can float in the lazy river all day long if you want. Come on down on a busy day. Pop your season pass in, go hop in the lazy river and float around for a couple hours. I wish we could give you cocktails, but we can't.
That's Drew. Drew's going to bring his own in his cargo shorts, sitting in flats. So, Christine, before we let you go, where can people go to find out more about the season passes and all the events you have going on?
So you've got obviously our Facebook page, our Instagram page, OCWaterpark.com. Super easy to remember. If you Google Ocean City Water Park, we'll be there, but it's OCWaterpark.com, and we're on Facebook and Instagram. We're also on TikTok, but that's kind of a new thing. We're working on that. And once I get some employees to play around with, we might do some more of that, but we're out there. We still have, I don't know when this is going to air, but you might still be able to snag some Easter price tickets.
All right.
Before they go back to regular price.
When does that sale end?
Well, technically it ended on Sunday after Easter, but we're going to hold it up till the second weekend of spring block party. So we're going to keep it up through the block party.
So through nice. This weekend then. Yeah, I'll put this out tomorrow just because you're sharing such a great deal with all the people out here, and we want to make sure they can take advantage of it and, get more people in the community out to the water park and all the good stuff you guys got going on there. It's awesome. It's a great property, and it's classic. There was I don't know if you saw on our Facebook page today, I just found out last week that the manufacturer that made our slides was the same manufacturer that made the slides from Goonies. So the slides at the end of the movie where the kids come in to the pirate ship were made by Fred Langford, who also made our body slides. They're the same manufactured slides. It's not the same trajectory, but it's the same slide.
Okay.
So
cool.
To those Gen Xers, those Goonies kids, we have a connection. They were only made about 5 years before our slides were made.
Super cool.
It's really cool. The history of water parks in New Jersey is very, very strong. Several Hall of Fame, members in New Jersey, both at Maury's and Thundering Surf and here and Breakwater and Keensburg. They were all very original water parks in New Jersey. And this one is one of the originals. Not the original. It's probably one of the later ones in the group, but it was built all by the same people. So there's a rich history in the water park, and it's so much fun to be there with it and to run it. It's got its host of problems, and it's got its host of, whatever you're going to do, but it's so unique and it's so much fun, and it's not like the ones they're building now.
You always have a great time at the water park. Wish my son was younger.
There's no age limit. You can still come. Everyone's like, oh, I wish I was younger. I wish I had kids. Like, no, I still go to water parks all the time. I visit water parks all summer long.
The lazy river is calling your name, Drew. It is calling your name.
You haven't lived, so you got to go down a slide. You just got to, there's nothing like the feel going down a body slide.
I love it. I do. I love it.
Well,
and Christine, there's no sand, and there's no sharks or crabs or jellyfish or any of that other stuff either, right?
Yeah.
Those are all the fun things. Those would make it fun.
Yeah.
Right.
But so, Christine, any final thoughts that you want to share? Anything that you wanted to cover that we didn't get to?
No, I think we covered a lot of it. Like I said, we're just looking to be, a bigger part of this community. Our ownership is dedicated to this park, and they're dedicated to what we're doing, and to keeping it a viable part of Ocean City. So we just want to remind everybody we're here, and come on down. And like I said, we're having a bunch of fun events, and we're doing some fun stuff down the water park, aside from the fact that it's a water park, and who doesn't love a water park, right?
Right.
When your kids get tired of the beach, come over to the water park for the day. You can sit in a cabana in the shade and read your book and, do whatever. And the kids can go play in the park. It's great.
Awesome.
Just watch out for the guy in the lazy river.
That one or that one?
Watch out for that guy. That one.
That's the wrong way.
I'm the guy going down the slides having a good time. He's the guy sleeping in the lazy river.
Oh, it's funny because a lot of times the moms hang out in the cabanas and in the chairs, and the dads are the ones running up and down the slides. So it's kind of funny how you see it. How it plays out every day.
That's how we operated. Yep.
But we love this property. My family runs it, so it's me, my husband, and my son is our maintenance manager. So it's very much a family thing for us. My little kids, cool. You'll see them around. My 11 and 12-year-old are around too. They'll occasionally help out in golf or somewhere or do something. So just know that there's real people behind it, and we're doing everything we possibly can to make it the safest place in the world, and the most fun. We do a lot with our employees. We try to make sure that they're part of our family too. So
it's awesome.
Is what it is.
Awesome. Good stuff.
Well, if you're looking for that deal here, there's a couple days left. OCWaterpark.com. Go check it out. Great deal on season passes, and look forward to another great summer at the water park. So thanks, Christine. Really appreciate your time.
That's great. Thanks for having me.
Good
Our
stuff.
pleasure. All right, everyone. This has been the OCNJ Local, your podcast for everything happening here in America's greatest family resort. Peace out.